just having somebody to talk to ask questions about how to cope with the situation would have been really helpful. Often those questions are quite personal, because what people don't realise is it's not just being in a wheelchair that's the challenging part of things. It's all the other stuff around that comes with losing bladder and bowel function, and you know, it's a dramatic change, and to be able to talk to somebody about that in a private setting where you can talk about things that you wouldn't necessarily be comfortable talking about to random strangers or in a public forum, it really helps you ask those difficult questions and broach some of the topics that are not comfortable things to talk about, but you really need to chat to somebody about.
Nick Taylor was just 18 years old when he was involved in a car accident that rendered him a paraplegic. While recovering in hospital in his home country of South Africa, Nick was lucky enough to be visited by several wheelchair basketball players who encouraged him to pursue the sport. Now 36, Nick is a two-time Paralympian and a silver medalist from London in 2012. Realising how lucky he was to have this support, Nick is now paying it forward by being involved in a brand new mentoring program, which seeks to help seriously injured people get back on track.
Back on Track is a world-first Paralympic mentoring program. It was announced late last year by our Minister for Finance, Services and Property, Dominic Perrottet, and our CEO, Vivek Bhatia. It's a partnership between icare New South Wales and the Australian Paralympic Committee, where past and present Paralympic athletes mentor seriously injured people who have had an accident on the road or at work in New South Wales.
icare New South Wales exists to provide both insurance and long-term care to people injured at work or on the road. At the moment, there are 4 Paralympians involved in the new program who were able to give the advice they wish they'd been given during their own recovery.
I think a program like this in icare, you can sit in front of a mentor, someone who's been through it, done the time, you know, made a lot of mistakes and made some good decisions, but it gives the newly injured folks or those that are starting out a great exposure to not only what can be, but what they can be even better than. And I think that's the power of it, that it pulls their focus beyond the immediate challenges, but pulls it further into the future, which are the exciting opportunities.
Back on Track recognises the importance of being able to talk about the everyday challenges that arise from being in a wheelchair. Mentor Sarah Stewart explains why this is so important.
It's a bit confronting to think about how you might travel on a plane, or how you might just go and stay in different accommodations and things like that. So those little things even, but that can change your world from being very narrow to then expanding it out.
For Nick, his participation in the program is important because he realises that not everyone who is seriously injured has the opportunity to meet someone in a wheelchair who can help them through the adjustment process.
I think that everybody should have, I guess, the mentor or the access to a mentor to help them overcome a difficult time in their lives. And while I was fortunate to have that, I recognise that not everybody has sport and not everybody gets access to people who've been through something similar to what they're going through.
So what we're looking to do with this program in the future is expand it. If you keep an eye on our Facebook page and our website later on this year, we'll have lots more information.
Siobhan Kennedy, Untold Sydney.